Hi everyone, Ermias here, coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. Good morning. Today is Thursday, exciting day, and I have a topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys. I'm going to be talking about social media or Facebook, and how different people feel very differently about Facebook. Hi Doug, how are you? Good morning. Talking about Facebook, social media, and how different people feel differently about the use of Facebook. Some people really totally want to avoid it. They don't want to have anything to do with it. Hi, how are you? Hi, Pastor, how are you? Nice to see you guys here. Hi, Jerry, good morning. Nice to see you here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Martha Ermias. I'm an entrepreneur. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I have three passions: entrepreneurship, personal growth, and contribution are my passions. And today I'll be talking about social media and how we can use it in a very positive way. And before I go in there though, I want to talk about how different people think of social media. It's kind of like polarized. Some people completely avoid it. They think it's a waste of time. It's very distractive. It's a negative thing. And other people are using it for advancing their career or expanding their network or making money for different purposes that's more of useful or impacting others as well. So we are going to talk about a little bit why some people are not very positive or optimistic about Facebook or social media when others are using it for a positive use. Whether we like it or not, the world is changing because of technology. As of today, there's actually 2 billion people in the world that are on Facebook. There's 2 billion Facebook users in the world. So that's like almost 1/3 of the world's population. So many people are using it, and there's always a positive way to use it. There's also, you could just be a sideliner and really not use it, but what are you losing by doing that? So what are some of the reasons why people don't like social media or Facebook? First of all, they feel like their privacy is being compromised. A lot of people like to have to lead a very private life, and for sure, I was one of them. Privacy is a big thing for a lot of us, so that could be one concern. And then the second thing is sometimes people see a lot of negativity on Facebook or on social media, and they don't like to be, they don't like that, and I totally identify with that. It's not a good thing to see negative things being posted on your news feed. Why would you want to watch something that's not positive in there? So that could be a second concern why people really don't like it. And I hear people say that I'm not on Facebook because of the stuff that's being posted there. I deactivated my account and things like that. And then the third thing could be that they think it's a time waster. It was too much time. It could be addictive, which is also, again, really truth. It could be addictive. You could really waste your time on social media if you don't know how to use it and if you're not very disciplined around it. Even though those are some of the concerns, there's also a lot of benefits to using social media for different reasons, and I'm going to talk about those. Number one, you can use Facebook or social media as your personal profile, as your website almost, as your resume almost. Because nowadays, a lot of times, even when you're applying for a job, your employer is going to check out your social media profile, because your social media profile says a lot about who you are. And you can actually use it to communicate with a potential employer to let them know who you are about, because they really want to see who you really are and what you're about. So you can use it as a personal profile, very easy access to who you really are. And the second thing is you could actually use it to connect with long lost friends, and we all know this. It's kind of very easy to be connected and stay in touch with people now because of social media. Before, it wasn't like that. I mean, I've been in the U.S. long enough to see this difference, because before All we did was really make phone calls to stay in touch. And if you don't have the phone call of someone, it's kind of hard to find out where they are. I mean, a phone number, it's kind of hard to find out where they are. But now, you can just search for them, or through connections of friends, you can find lost friends and relatives and things like that. It's amazing. The other day, someone contacted me after so many years and just described that we're actually related. And it was really nice to connect with them. And if it wasn't for Facebook or social media, that wouldn't be a possibility. So to stay in touch with people, it's a big way to do it. And also, this is my favorite one. Social media also helps you expand your network. With social media, you can really expand your network very easily, because as we said, there's 2 billion people on Facebook these days. So basically, the possibility of you running into the right kind of people to network with is going to be really higher if you are on social media or on Facebook. So that's the other benefit as well. And expanding your network is really important, because your network is really your net worth. We talked about this. I talked about this on another video. So staying in touch, it's very easy to stay in touch with people if you use Facebook or social media. One example that I want to give you guys is, when you're updating your Facebook profile or social media profile, just letting people know what's going on in your life, what you're about, and things like that. The distance that's created because you're not in touch with people, it doesn't almost exist. I think it was like 3-4 years ago, we got together. There was a wedding, and I went to attend the wedding, and a lot of my college friends were attending the wedding because the girl who was getting married was the sister of one of our college friends. So when we got together, we actually met after almost so many years, several years, like a couple of decades to be exact. And but then it's almost like we really haven't talked to each other or anything, but because we were friends on Facebook, it's almost like we picked up from where we left off, and we just connected, and we had really an awesome and great weekend that weekend. If it wasn't like that, everybody has moved on, everybody has changed, everybody's married, everybody has kids and things like that. If we weren't updated on each other's lives, it would be a little bit strange to reconnect, and it would take a longer time to actually start enjoying, our time together and things like that. But you really kind of like follow people and see what the progress in their life because of social media and, whatever they're updating on Facebook. So that's another benefit as well. So, but how can you use Facebook or social media for your benefit? Well, there's a couple of things that, there's some do's and don'ts in when you're using Facebook. There are some things that can hurt you because you're not doing it the right way. And there are some things that can really benefit you because you are doing it the right way. When you are on Facebook or social media, you are representing who you are. And the one thing that sometimes people feel like they can have an online profile that really doesn't represent them, and they hide behind that online profile. That's actually that's really gonna hurt you, because when people are making relationships or connections, they want to connect or relate to the person that you really truly are. You can't create a relationship with a not true or false persona, and then when you try to connect with them, you're actually not that person. So that's also gonna create a distrust already. So when you're on Facebook or on social media, you really want to be your real you. You really don't want to represent somebody that you are not. And because the authentic you, whoever you are, that's what people want to connect with. So the first thing that one of the things that I see a lot of times, and this really doesn't help, is your profile picture, for example. Your profile picture needs to be you. because, like there's so many people, like so many friend requests that come and things like that. Personally, if there's no picture on the profile, I usually don't accept the friend request, only because I don't know who this person is. I want to connect with a person. So like you have to be comfortable putting your picture in there. And sometimes people put like pictures of their cat or dog and things like that, which is fine if that's what they like. But if the main reason that they're on Facebook is really to be connected with other people, it's gotta be their own picture. A personal profile has to be their own picture. And then the second thing, cover photo, or other places, or the post that you post and everything, it has to represent who you are, what you're about, what you care about. Let people know who you really truly are and what you stand for, and in a positive way, of course, because nobody wants to be friends or around people that are not positive. So the positive and the best of who you are, that's what you really want to represent. And then sometimes people don't like to include in their profile where they live, or what kind of profession they're in. And I think that's very important as well, because it's good that whatever it is, people need to know who you really are again. Okay? Because if you're kind of what if the person is what if the person is hiding? Well, if you're hiding, you're hiding. You can't do anything about that. But so you want to put a lot of information in there that really describes who you are. Because when people are, the one thing, like, for example, if somebody sends you a friend request, the first thing you do is you check their profile, right? You look at who they are and you want to see if you want to accept them or not. So does that profile represent them, or it doesn't represent them? If it doesn't represent them, a lot of times, people are not going to accept that friend request. Or it's going to be, or if you're applying for a job and they actually look at your personal profile on Facebook, that's probably not going to represent you or help you in a positive way. And then the second thing you want to do when you're on social media, and this is a big one, guys, the purpose, social media is social. It's a social thing. And when you are, whatever you're posting, whatever you are putting out there, it's going to the public. So just because it's online and just because you're at home and just, putting this little post, don't think that it's not going to have an effect on your life and how people view you. Like, let's say, for example, if you were invited to go to a gathering or a party, okay? How do you interact with people there? You don't interact with so much negativity. You don't interact in such a way that it's going to upset everybody. Hopefully that's not how you're going to interact. But you're going to try to bring the best value that you have and be very positive in that environment, right? It's the same thing with social media. It's just that it's online. Otherwise, the people that are watching it or the people that you're interacting with, they're actually human beings, just like you. So when you are on social media, there's 3 things that you should really think about when you are posting or interacting there. Be there to either educate people, like share stuff that something that's going to be beneficial. Hi Tian, nice to see you here. Something that's going to be beneficial. You can educate people, you can either inspire them, or you are entertaining for fun. The reason that people are on social media most of the time, what they like is, they want to find value in whatever you're posting. Either they know or learn about something that they didn't know before, which is educating, or they get inspired by whatever you're posting, or they get entertained, they get to laugh. You're making their day really beautiful. So whichever one you choose to do, your posts need to reflect that. So it needs to be positive. You want to educate, inspire, or entertain. And that's when you're going to create real connections, because you are providing value in there. And then the third thing is also really learn how to network properly. Okay, like a lot of times what people make a mistake is, first of all, you want to stop spamming people. Spamming is like sending messages without, like assuming that they're gonna like some message and just sending it to them. It's good, like, be human, create a human connection, create a conversation, and then, within that conversation, you can send them some messages. Sometimes people just send like links to a song and things like that, which is kind of like nice, but maybe they don't know who you are, and you're just spamming them if you're doing that, and that's not a good thing to do. So creating that human connection is good. And then when you are trying to network or connect with people on Facebook, like sometimes I see people would say hi, and that's all they say. That's not necessarily a good thing, and I don't think some people are going to respond to that, because there's no purpose. They don't know who you are. They don't know why you're connecting with them, and things like that. And it's very important to describe those things. Hey, so and so, I saw your post, this, and just converse as a human being. And most likely you're going to get a response for that, as opposed to just saying hi. And then the other thing is also, do not assume that when you send a message to people, that they're going to be available right away and respond to you. And if they don't respond, just keep sending more messages. That's also, again, spamming, and it could be a little bit annoying, because people are very, very busy in their lives, and even though they see the messages, they may get back to you later on, because they can't be interrupted at that time. Okay, so that could be another reason why it's kind of hard to network unless you are doing it the right way. So you really want to so basically I guess it's like you really have to see Facebook or social media as a real life interaction, as opposed to just because it's online you can act and do it differently. Just like in real life interaction, there's appropriate way of doing it, and then you will get the right kind of results. It's the same way with social media as well. So, how do you solve then some of the concerns that you have? Like, for example, for like if you feel like your privacy is being compromised, one of the things that you could do is the privacy settings of Facebook allows you to kind of like set it in such a way that you like it. Like, for example, my privacy setting, it's public, but like, for example, if people tag me on posts, I would have to approve it before it shows on my newsfeed. So that's one thing that you could do. Sometimes people get irritated because people tag them, and Facebook actually considers that as spamming. If you tag people, you can tag people on the comment section, but if you tag people on a post, that's considered as spamming, and it actually hurts your score on Facebook, and less of your post and stuff is being shown to people, to different people. So you can but as privacy though, you can make sure that you have to approve it before something is posted on your wall. So there's a lot of privacy settings that you can play with to make sure that it's to your comfort and how you want it to become. And then the other thing also is, if your newsfeed is filled with the kind of stuff that you really don't want to see, you can actually monitor that as well. Number one, you can say, I don't want to see this post. When you say that, when you keep saying that, if that's, that particular person and the kind of post that they bring is not to your taste, or it's not really good, then Facebook is going to understand that, Facebook is going to kind of learn your behavior and who you are, and bring more of the kind of stuff, the kind of posts that you like into your page, as opposed to stuff that you don't like. And the other thing is also, you can follow people and program it to see their post first before anything else, which means that the kind of posts, or the kind of the kind of people that you want to follow, their stuff is coming to your newsfeed more than other things. So there's so many things that you can do to control what you see on your newsfeed, and also control your privacy settings. So that concern, you can take care of it by doing that. And the longer you do it, the more your feed is going to be the way you like it. But if you spend time watching, like on a specific post, and you're viewing that post, but it's not something that you like, but you're still spending time doing that or commenting or anything, then you're gonna get more of that, because Facebook thinks that that's the kind of post or feed that you want. So those are some of the tips that you can do. And as far as time waster, this is something, it's true. You really want to have a timeline of when you check your social media profile, because you really don't want to be addicted and distracted. And instead of doing that, you can really use it to connect with people and advance in your career, and also make an impact. And that's one of my favorite things about social media. You can actually make an impact, because social media allows you to expand your reach. And if you have positive messages, or you want to make an impact, or you want to help other people, then it's the easiest way and simplest way and free way to actually do it and impact other people. So that's about it, guys. That's all I have today, and thank you so much for joining me. And let me know what you think of social media. I really want to hear from you guys. If you agree with me, or if you like this this value, what you got from here, please go ahead and share it. But I would like to hear in the comments section what you think of Facebook and how you are using it right now. And until I see you guys tomorrow, God bless you and have a great day. Bye-bye.